Hey everyone, Gary of the Elysiums, and I'm back with a new CD purchases video. I forgot what part this is. Might be part 56 or 57. Anyway, before we get this video, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and help support my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Alright, I just got this stack here. Nice stack going into the weekend to listen to, and yeah, time to show it off. It's very metal heavy, I should say. Alright, first up, Nothing Face by Voivod. This is the 1998 FAD Records release. Voivod, the great prog metal band. This also features a cover of Pink Floyd's Astronomy Don't Mind, the song that opens up Piper at the Gates of Dawn from the Syd Barrett era. Then we got a couple EPs from Cradle of Filth. First up, from the Cradle to Enslave EP. This was released in 1999. Say what you will about Cradle of Filth. I know they get a lot of hate being too commercial of a black metal band, but how can you be too commercial of a black metal band? I just think that they know how to market really well, and they are probably the most successful black metal band, and I hope they keep doing what they're doing. And then we also have, I should probably cover this one, Vampire or Dark Fairy Tales in Palestine, however you say it. This is a 1996 release on Cacophonous Records. This one is probably my favorite of the two. The Forest Whispers My Name is such a great song off of here. Ebony Dress for Sunset, which opens it, and really cool artwork. Cradle of Filth is cool because they released iconic EPs throughout their career, in addition to their studio albums in between. All right, coming up next, Suicidal Tendencies, still psycho after all these years. I believe this is the first Suicidal album to feature Robert Trujillo, who's right there on bass. Obviously, he would go on to play with Ozzy Osbourne in the 90s, along with, late 90s and early 2000s. He did a lot of Ozfest with Ozzy, along with that band with Zakk Wylde and Mike Bordin on drums. Features the track Institutionalized on here. Probably the greatest thrash punk hardcore crossover band out there, Suicidal Tendencies. Then we got a couple from the Cramps. Look Ma No Head. This is a 1991 release. You see the band on the back there. This is the perfect time for the Cramps, September into October, because it has that spooky, almost Halloween vibe to it. There's a little crumb, I had to fix that case. I always just like listening to this band into the September and October months, along with Misfits and, of course, Typo Negative. I mean, I listen to them all year round, but they get a little more play during those months. And I also picked up Flame Job. This was released in 1994. Music on CD re-release here. Poison Ivy, such a great, underrated guitarist. She was actually recognized on Guitar World magazine on the cover a few years back, and I was kind of excited to actually see her get the recognition she deserves. Next up is a band I've been listening to a lot, and I have almost everything from their 70s output. This is a twofer from the 80s, Nazareth with The Catch and Cinema. The Catch was easy to find as a single release, Cinema not so much. So I figured the twofer is a better way to go. You got one CD of each. However, the booklet combines both albums together. Got a nice little essay in there. And this is released on Salvo Recordings, re-released I should say, remastered for Salvo Recordings 2011. London, England remaster. And I think this is cool that most of the Nazareth remasters, they put this little seal on there, Loud, Proud, and Remastered Nazareth. They haven't, as far as I've known, they haven't released, you know, a digipack or the salvo release of Hair the Dog, which is their biggest selling and most popular album, which I think is kind of odd. Next, we have Girlschool Singles. This is a 2-disc set. Obviously, features all the singles from the band. There does have the songs with Motorhead on here. Let me just try to get that picture for you to show you. But yeah, this is another cool booklet in here. This one folds out. So yeah, Motorhead, Girlschool with the Please Don't Touch and Bomber. Let me see all the pictures of the singles. You know, it's a good thing for Motorhead. Nothing against Girlschool, but I feel like they wouldn't be as popular, or we wouldn't really know them as well if it wasn't for Motorhead. So yeah, there are actually 37 tracks on here spread out over 2 CDs. Another UK import from Lemon Recordings. Then we have Warlock, Triumph and Agony. Warlock, the band to feature Doro Pesh before she went on and embarked on a solo career. This features the hit song All We Are, probably the song that Doro is most known for, and this is a Japanese pressing. Cool album cover art there. And we got a couple more from Monster Magnet. This is Last Patrol Digipack. This was released in 2013. Cool cover there from Monster Magnet. Monster Magnet doesn't get as much love as they deserve anymore. You know, with Dopes to Infinity and Space Lord, they were pretty popular, but kind of, even God Says No was a popular release for them. They kind of, their popularity died off a little bit. And then we have Four-Way Diablo. Another cool album cover there. Cool artwork. And last one I have here from Monster Magnet is Mastermind. As you see, they still use that artwork. I don't really know if that has a name. If that has a name, that you know, the bull or cow, whatever he is, the bull emblem there, drop in the comments, because I'm not really sure. You know, we have Vic Rattlehead, Eddie. We have all these other mascot names, but I don't really know the Motorhead mascot's name. And then last but not least, from the hard rockin' 70s, one of the bands that helped form heavy metal to what it is today, Sweet Freedom from Uriah Heep. This is an album that I've owned on vinyl, but I've never owned it on CD, so I'm glad to finally have it on CD. This is a remastered version from Sanctuary Records, that great UK album label. And this features a whole 6 bonus tracks. So there you get the track listing there. And, you know, it's basically similar to all the other Uriah Heep remasters they do. The very nice packaging, very nice sound. I do have a good amount of them. The only ones I don't have, actually, you know what? I was just listening to them, so I have them here. Since we're talking about Uriah Heep, look at yourself. I have this mirror version, which is pretty cool. You know, similar to what the original vinyl came in. This is a 2-disc set, an alternate version on the 2nd disc, and what else do I have? Oh, The Magician's Birthday. That's not remastered through Sanctuary. Case is a little cracked. So these are 2 I have that aren't remastered through the Sanctuary label. But, you know, I got Uriah Heep Live, got Abominog, Salisbury, Demons and Wizards, and very heavy, very humble. Just been listening to those albums lately, some early Heep, so I figured let's get some Sweet Freedom to throw it in there. Alright everyone, that is my most recent CD purchases video. I appreciate everyone for watching. Again, if you know what, I was going to say Motorhead, Monster Magnet's logo is, the name of them, drop in the comments. I'm very interested. Thanks everyone, take care.